Hello everyone. Today we will present about the problem scenario of principle of management. Our group members are Muhammad Habib Aiman, Muhammad Firdaus, Adibah Nor Diyana, and Nazarudin. For the first question, explain 5 effective training. Based on the scenario, the suitable effective training are human resource planning, recruitment, selection, orientation, and performance evaluation. Firstly, human resource planning is the process by which managers ensure that they have the right number and kinds of people in the right places and the right times who are capable of effectively and efficiently on performing their tasks. It helps avoid sudden talent shortages and surpluses. After that, recruitment is the process of locating, identifying, and attracting capable applicants to an organization. We can get the source of the recruitment from internal and external sources. The internal sources where they are filling a vacant position from within the organization exists. Meanwhile, the external resources where the organization hiring people from outside. Moreover, selection process is the process of screening jobs applicants to ensure that the most appropriate candidates are hired. What is selection? Selection is the exercise which predicting whether the applicant get hired will be successful in performing well on the criteria the organization uses to evaluate performance. So, the organization will choose the right candidates. After that, orientation is the process of transitioning the new employee into the organization. In this part, there are two types of orientation. The first one is work unit orientation. This type of orientation familiarizes the employee with work unit's goals, clarify how he or she's work, and introduce the employee to its co-worker. The second one is organization orientation. This type of orientation is to inform the new employee about the organization, objective, history, philosophy, procedures, and rules, including the tour at the entire of the facilities. And the last effective training are performance evaluation. It is a process of establishing performance standard and appraising employee performance in order to arrive the objective human resource decision and to provide documentation in the support of the decision. It is also to improve the current performance, and the manager and the subordinate provide a channel or the method such as the written essay, critical incidents, graphic crediting scale, degree feedback, and multi-persons comparisons.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Habib Aiman. Today I will explain 5 ways how Gen Nexter can develop their career and restrain turnover in the organization. The 5 ways how Gen Nexter can develop their career and restrain turnover in the organization are: provide financial or non-financial rewards, provide share of ownership, honors employees or win their heart, practice good management patterns, and equity compensation. First of all, the manager can provide financial or non-financial rewards to the employees. Financial rewards are monetary incentives that an employee earns as a result of good performance. Their rewards are aligned with organizational goals. When an employee helps an organization in the achievement of its goals, a reward often follows. Meanwhile, non-financial rewards are the type of reward that are not a part of an employee's pay. Second, the organization also can provide share of ownership to the employee with terms and conditions. Share of ownership is where shares are unit of ownership, interest in the corporation, or financial assets that provide for an equal distribution in any profits, if any are declared, in the form of dividends. The two main types of shares are common shares and preferred shares. Thirdly, the manager can honors employee or win the heart. The step in the step is to put the employees at the center of your talent management. To stay ahead, organizations need to adopt an employee-centric approach to talent management. Other than that, enable flexible teams and work design. Next, the organization can practice good management patterns. The effective management patterns are be consistent with all works, focus on charity, accuracy, and thoughtfulness in communication. Set the goals of working as a team. Publicly reward and recognize hard work and encourage all opinions and ideas. Lastly, the equity compensation. Equity compensation is non-cash pay that represents ownership in the firm. Equity compensation allows the employees of the firm to share in the profits via appreciation and can encourage retentions, particularly if there are vesting requirements.
For the third question are, discuss the type of decision that might she make based on the situation. Based on the situation, the type of decision that Ramona will make is program decision. It is a repetitive decision that can be handled by a routine approach. So, the problem is structured. The manager does not have to go to the trouble and expense of going through an involved decision process. Then, the develop of alternative stage of decision-making process either does not exist or is given little attention. This is because once the structure problem is defined, the solution is usually self-evident or at least produced to a few alternatives that are familiar and have proved successfully in the past. Instead, the manager relies on one of three types of program decision. Okay, for the first one is procedure. Procedure is a series of sequential steps a manager uses to structure problem. For the second one is rule. Rule is an explicit statement that tells a manager what can or cannot be done. And the third one is policy. Policy is content and ambiguous term that leaves interpretation up to the decision maker. For the fourth question are, discuss the condition of decision making that Ramona will make. The condition of decision making that Ramona will make is the uncertainty condition. It is because the decision makers are unsure or unable to predict the outcome of an action. Most of the decision making conditions faced by managers are categorized as conditions under uncertainty. In this situation, the manager are not sure whether Ramona can take a fully responsibility on management function of the service. So, they identified specific areas of work for Ramona to focus on. This means even Ramona can take additional responsibilities, her work role will remain the same at present. This also means that she will not taking full responsibilities on management function of the service.
Based on this situation, there will be advantages and disadvantages of the decision made in group if Ramona gathers several of her colleagues to help her in making the decision. Okay, so the advantages is able to collect more information, able to form many effective alternatives, high acceptance level, increase the acceptance of right, and better decisions generally image. The next one is disadvantages. Process takes longer than individual decision making, so it is costly. Compromise decision making resulting from indecisiveness may emerge. One person may dominate the group and groupthink may occur. And the last is lower efficiency.